Hello. How are we doing, gang? How are we, folks? Something a little bit different today. Brian early. I say early. It's 4 in the afternoon. Early for me to be streaming. How are we going? Hey, Kurazi, thank you very much for subbing with the Prime. Chat, I'm prepared. I've got an energy drink to prepare myself. Hey, Tom, how you doing? Tom, are you excited for this? I am very keen to see what Frontier have been cooking up. I am like mega excited to see the game and see what the gameplay reveal is going to be like today. How are we? Ash P Sauce or Ash HP Sauce. Ash P Sauce is a better name. Mate, thank you for sitting with the Prime chat. So for people who are new around here, welcome on in. F1 Manager are doing a reveal thing today. We don't need music where we're going. We don't need music today. Not where we're going. I'm excited for this. So what time's the reveal start? The reveal is in 15 minutes. They're actually already live doing some gameplay reveal-y stuff. So should we just get their stream up straight away? Also, I got a can of Monster Energy drink. I'll let you decide if that means I am or I'm not doing a Red Bull save game. Whitey, how you doing, mate? How you doing? Right, should we flick over? So I have got a slightly new scene here. If I hit this button... If I hit this, is this button going to work? I want to make sure I hit the right button here, folks. You know, things could go radically wrong if we hit the wrong button at the wrong time. Hey, it worked. Right, chat. I've left you to the side because I thought that'd be nice. You know, you can react with me. We can get some pogging in the chat going on. So, yeah, for people who don't know, F1 Manager, I appreciate maybe people coming in who are my normal F1 viewers, FM viewers. F1 Manager is a new management game. I've not had any kind of preview access or anything, so I can completely speculate away with no NDA, which is quite nice, actually. Do I have a favourite team/driver in F1? My favourite driver is the Honey Badger, and that pains me to say at the moment. It's not like I have a history for hitting the wrong button. Yeah, let's not talk about that. But yeah, so they've got some screenshot stuff. I mean, what are you guys expecting today? They've announced there's going to be a release date shown today. We're going to get our first gameplay today. So that's pretty exciting. Also, I will say this does not make me a Hamilton fan. I don't dislike Hamilton, but I like the taste of Monster Energy drink. But yeah, this game, of course, so for people who don't know, F1 Manager is being produced and developed by Frontier. This game was like confirmed, I think, their licenses like years ago, and I was really excited for it, and then they did a big announcement at the start of the year around it. So I am mega excited to see what they've been cooking up. I'm hoping the gameplay is going to be really good. In my head, I've got an idea for what I'm expecting from the game this year, chat. Really, with any management game, it takes years and loads of iteration to really flesh out all the nitty-gritty details. I think because this is going to be an annual game, for this year, I'm just hoping we get a good solid foundation with a really, really good visual art style and a little bit of replayability. So I'm excited. Will I be playing F1 Manager? Yes. I mean, I was one of the first people to play Motorsport Manager on YouTube like 6 years ago. Like, it's not like I've not played any motorsport management games before. But, yeah, I mean, I've got like 600 hours, I think, in Motorsport Manager. But I'm excited for this. Any guesses for the release date, gang? So, the Codemasters F1 game is coming out the start of July. Speculation hat on. I'm expecting this game to come out potentially during the summer break of the season. So I'm thinking like very late July, early to mid-August would be my guess for the release date that we're going to get. I feel like the summer F1 break makes sense. I don't think they'd want to release it too close to the other F1 game. I don't know who I'm going to... Who are you guys going to manage? That's a good question. Also, Tom, thank you for the 4 months, mate. I reckon... Who would I manage first? I'd love there to be a creator team mode, but I don't think there will be year one. I think that's something that you see in future years. Also, here's a screenshot they showed on Twitter. So this is the only thing, I think, in engine that we've properly seen yet. Now, I need a speculation hat to put on. I want to know how much of these assets are originally produced in-house by Frontier and how many of them they've been able to leverage off Cody's. Oh my word. Hugh's coming in with the 5 gifted. Thank you, mate. Williams because of low expectations. I mean, that is true. It looks really good. It looks really good. As someone who used to work on video game trailers, I always do look at stuff like this with a little bit of speculation because I've worked on video game screenshots. I know the dark arts that go into it. You want to manage Haas for Gunther Steiner, but then you're putting Steiner out the job. There is sound. I've got them muted at the moment because I think they're just speculating. But I can turn them up. Do we want the audio on the stream?
It was awesome to show this last week.
I just feel like the actual reveal, you can see they've got a little countdown here. It's in 10 minutes. So I think they're just going to be speculating for a little bit. But it looks good. There's going to be so much detail and quality. I mean, what are people's hopes and aspirations for this? Because as someone who obviously comes from a background of FM, I feel like there's this almost unrealistic expectation for the detail of simulation that I want to have. Because obviously this is a new game and F1's been out for over 2 decades. Like they've just had time to layer it up. So I feel like I'm trying to keep my expectations low. In terms of, I just want a solid base so that for the next 5 years plus that this game releases annually, it can just get better and better and better. Oh, I'm excited. Imagine legacy seasons or something. That'd be sick. Again, not expecting that this year, but it would be so cool if in 5 years' time you have the ability to I don't know, to recreate what year would you want to do? The Braun season? Get Jenson Button his world championship again? Try and beat Braun in their double diffuser. Stuff like that would be so fun. But I'm not expecting that this year. I think it'd be unrealistic to expect this year. But that's what excites me about this as a new franchise. This year is just the beginning. Get a base, get a foundation to build on top of. Oh. You'd like the game to have commentary. Do people play with commentary on? As someone who plays a lot of FIFA, I just end up turning the commentary off because it gets samey all the time. But maybe that's just me. Oh, imagine workshop databases. I wonder what modability we might see. Hugh, thank you for subbing as well. Yeah, maybe you should have subbed yourself before gifting them out, but I do appreciate it, mate. Oh, it'd be so cool to have commentary, to be fair, with the actual broadcast teams and stuff. So TV, I think they've already said there's going to be TV broadcasting graphics. And I don't know if I misremember this. Maybe this did get announced, maybe it didn't get announced. I feel like they said something about using all the real TV angles and stuff used on the regular broadcast. Because with the difference between this and Football Manager is it's a bit smaller in terms of scope, in terms of what you're doing. You're licensed by F1, so you can get way closer to the cars and show likenesses way more. And cars are just easier to animate than humans. They just are. A human running is thousands of moving parts. A car moving, yes, there are moving elements to it. Especially if you've got to animate the porpoising, I suppose. But I'm very excited by the possibilities. Imagine just having a T-cam camera for both your drivers on either side, and you've got an overview. Have you ever used the F1 app, anyone? The watch along F1 app where it's the F1 race station. You have the top-down view of it. You have all the timing sheet stuff. Imagine that, and then just 2 T-cam cameras in either corner. Oh, is anyone else? I just get excited by the thoughts of all of this. Genuinely, this is a game that I've dreamed of having for years. Oh my word. It's just, how can you not be excited for it? I think they've already announced this is coming out on both Xbox and PlayStation. I don't know if it's coming out on last-gen consoles, but definitely current-gen. And PC has been confirmed. Have I ever played Motorsport Manager? I have. I get on quite well with Christian West, who's one of the guys who originally made the original Motorsport Manager. I did Motorsport Manager videos on my channel 6 years ago. Oh, I think the game's. I've got this expectation the game's going to blow my mind from a visual point of view and set a new standard for sports games. And I think it's almost unfair to compare it with Football Manager. But it's just exciting. Yeah, the Toto Wolff picture, by the way, on their set is epic. This set is really sick. They've got going on. Fair play to Frontier. Also, great Alpine hat. I'd almost give a little bit less detail than Football Manager if it meant it was more fleshed out. Like, I know they said there's no multiplayer year one. Like, they're not, I think they've said they're not doing multiplayer. I'm pretty sure that was confirmed. But, like, in years' time, imagine doing a network game with your, like, friends and stuff. Imagine how competitive it would get. I'm cautiously optimistic. Frontier has zero development with sports sims. Okay, behind the curtain here, video game behind the curtain. I know a few people who used to work on Football Manager who are now working on this game, and they are good people. They are good people at their jobs who I've worked with on Football Manager, and the fact that they've been hired for this game makes me more optimistic than I would be in that regard. There is no network game this week. Kev is on holiday. Hi, Jack. I don't know if this question has been asked already. I'm sorry if it has. Regarding F1 Manager, I'm not sure what you know yet, but do you know if there is a resign button? Why did I read that? I just started reading it and thought maybe I should have proofread that one. Maybe there is a resign button. I'll find it. I'll find a way to resign. I mean, what are people expecting today? We've been told we're getting a release date, gameplay trailer. I hope it's not, okay. I hope it's not like the F1 Codemasters gameplay trailer. Because I feel like any game could look nice if you cut really rapidly between it. I'd quite like the gameplay trailer could be like a minute or 2 minute trailer cutting through and it would probably get me excited. I'd love to have a 10-minute video where they're just playing the game unedited and we just get to drink in what is there. So their mainstream, I'll say, it's on Twitch right now. You can go and watch the mainstream on Twitch. I asked them over on Twitter, can I do a co-stream? And they're like, yeah, sure, go for it. Oh, chat. I'm so excited. 3 minutes. So we're going to get all the licensed tracks. That's the other thing, right? It's all licensed. Like, is there going to be Formula 2? I'm not expecting to be able to manage in Formula 2, but it'd be nice if there was like F2 and F3 where you could like just track the kind of, championships. A bit like how... I suppose in Football Manager, if you don't have a league loaded, you can see what's going on. I think they've said the drivers are going to be in it. I don't know if they've said about the simulation behind it. I'm trying to keep, as I said earlier, if you're just coming in, I'm trying to keep my expectations kind of low. Like, I'm not expecting to be able to be a team principal in F2 or F3. This year. Like, in the next 5 years, there's so many possibilities for what they could add. I'm excited for. But I'm trying to just, year one of a multi-year annual release, I'm tempering my expectations. There's radio chat in game between the drivers and engineers. Imagine if I could just have an argument with my drivers. How good would it be? You've got you're Red Bull, right? You're the Red Bull manager. You've been off Sergio Perez after 2 years, and you're getting a new young upstarter. And then you ask him to let Max through. Team orders come through, and he just refuses. Then what do you do? Like, do I get to do a meeting with him? Do I get to bollock him and fine him wages? Do I just make him fire him on the spot? Oh, the roleplay potential of it's going to be fun too. Can we throw a bottle from the pit lane? I hope so. I hope so. Valtteri, it's worth the space. You can call into the FIA and tell them it's not right. Slam the desk. Get your headset. I won't do it. I don't want to break. This is quite an expensive headset, and I know Z broke a pair of these recently, so maybe we won't even joke about smashing the headset. Oh, chat, it's a minute away. I guess we should unmute it. Any last guesses for the release date, by the way, chat? Any last guesses? I've said, I reckon I'll go second week of August. And I will say as well, because I know some creators have had access and seen stuff early, I've seen nothing. I am not NDA'd, so I can speculate about whatever I want. I have no shackles on me, which is quite nice. Mr. Chips and Egg, thank you for subbing with the 5 months. 30 for... Imagine if they just were like, it's out now. So the Codemasters F1 game comes out at the start of July. I don't see it coming out in July because of that. Maybe the end of July, but I'm thinking early to mid-August, maybe September.
Insane. It's incredible support. Thank you so much.
We've got 18 seconds. I just want to say before on this
The trailer.
One of you says that we're go admin on Twitter just makes my head swell so much.
Right. Turn it up, chat. There's a trailer dropping. We don't know what to expect, but I'm so excited.
Go on,
now,
lead us in.
let's count down. 4, 3,
2,
2,
1.
And away we go.
Oh, I'm excited, chat. Let's go. It looks good.
This is not a challenge for the faint-hearted, where the 20 best drivers in the world come together to take on some of the
it looks
world's
good.
most historic circuits.
Was that Melbourne?
That legacy continues today. It's lights out.
Yes,
and away we
they
go.
said the line. Holy crap.
Just stay in the car for a second.
There's not much in it at the front.
You better not be. I'd hope they can't pause the game.
It's a thrilling battle.
I want it to be real time. Chat, it looks unreal.
We might still be early in the season, but that
So
doesn't mean we
much
can sit back
numbers,
and relax.
so much
Everything is
data.
up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage.
It looked like even the cutscenes look sick.
Here we go.
Like
With
this
the
is a
Azerbaijan
sports simulation game. I'm not expecting a load of stuff.
I think
It looks unreal.
the step we've done actually.
I can't get over how good the actual engine looks.
Oh no, it's a spin!
Was that Baku? And that was Baku, turn 1. We've seen, yeah, it's Baku. They've shown Baku in a lot of the screenshot bit, so I guess it's one of the tracks that is nearly done. Chat, it looks really good. The camera angles they're using, it's like a sports broadcast. Oh, chat. That looks unreal. I kind of want to see like raw and edited gameplay, but the actual visuals and everything. 25th of August. Okay, so it is an August release date.
All right. So there we go. What do you think? I saw some pretty
I've
crazy
said second
reactions
week
there
of
in chat.
August. I'll take that.
But yeah, there we are. F1 Manager 2022.
That looks so
available from the 25th
good.
of
The
August.
actual engine looks unreal.
Really
That's on two
access.
people's
Awesome.
birthday in
Pre-order it
chat. Happy
anytime before
birthday to
launch.
you guys for then.
£10 off digital discount and receive early access as well. And yeah,
They've so PS5, PS2. They've got the F2 and F3 logos. So they're probably going to be licensed in some capacity.
Lots of people saying that it looks really, really good. Lots of people
I want to see unedited
very
gameplay.
depth on
Does
the-
anyone else want to see a full race now?
And you may have also
I wanna-
noticed
I
that
wanna
Chris
see-
has turned into a different
How many
person.
days is it?
Hello.
Was it the
Not
25th?
Chris.
Not
Who
Chris.
are you?
Hey Siri,
I'm
how many
sorry,
days
I
to the
missed that.
25th of August? Sorry, I've set off all your phones.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
How
good.
many
Yeah, not too bad,
days?
thank you. Obviously, you've just jumped
This-
in here as.
Come on,
Chris
you can-
Craig.
Chris
My
Allen,
phone's
you
too
know,
excited.
on the camera.
79 days, get it on the calendar.
We'll swap as well. We'll do it this way.
Early access just got confirmed. Wait,
One by one.
So yeah,
Wait.
thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on.
early
Let's
access?
find out a little bit more what you do. So what's your
Early,
role?
I'm going to Twitter on my second screen. Have they tweeted out
Yeah,
stuff,
so
chat?
I'm an executive producer here.
Pre-order for early access. Well, I was too excited by the try. I didn't even see the early access bit. Was anyone else just like visually stimulated, overloaded
Basically,
then?
that works. The kind of high level.
I guess they're doing a beta like FM.
And EP is working with.
That trailer was so good, Tom. If you're still here, mate, that trailer, unreal.
Dev team behind
Ah.
the game as well.
Is the game
how we're
on
gonna
Steam?
take
It is.
this
How much is
concept
it, chat?
of
Let's
a
have a
game,
look.
Be it F1 Manager 2022
Yeah.
or anything else.
Steam is not
from
loading
concept
for me
all the way
right
through to
now.
shipping and actually finally
We
getting
are
it
still
into
live, right? My
the
internet's
to-
died. All my technology is just, it's like it's been
So, yeah,
EMP'd.
making sure the dev
The
team has got,
F1.com website
right,
has
you know, equipment,
crashed.
right tools, the right understanding,
The F1 Manager website has crashed.
Bit like a team principle.
Their website is
On
down.
brand.
All of us have hammered it
Yeah,
all
so
at
that's kind of-
once.
that's in a nutshell. Kind
Their
of
website's down. I can't.
very
F1manager.com
cliche way
is
of
not loading.
the
Look.
grease between the wheels.
It's
That
broken.
is actually a pretty good
Kind of
cliche.
slip
Yeah, that's
around, find out
fantastic.
where I need to help someone out and get involved.
Pricing's not listed on Steam.
Vehicle-related puns.
It's going to be on consoles. So there was we saw PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Xbox Series 1. I think Xbox Series 1 S and X was there.
I really help get people off the line.
Oh my word.
and
Chat,
bring
how
home,
sick
get
did
that
that look?
Okay, wow, yeah, nice. Perfect. That's brilliant. Thank you.
wasn't
you-
It looks so good. Oh, early access is the 25th of
You've
August.
got more
Is that-
things in there than I have so far.
I'm sure they'll clarify the message around the stuff. I was too excited by
We're
everything.
so hyped that we may have,
Apologies if I missed any key info.
the website.
Yeah, the website is broken.
You can pre-order now.
Pre-order now?
And it's available at $44.99.
So £44.99
pence.
So it's a AAA price. That raises my expectations a little bit. That raises my expectations. But then again, it looked unreal.
I don't ever talk about euros actually. I need to do more euro.
It looked unreal.
And if you missed
how good was that?
People are still in here asking.
On European PS4 store, it's £54.99.
Access.
Okay.
There's early access if you pre-order before.
25th of August is early access if you pre-order.
Discount as well. More information is available on the website.
Your website's down!
Make sure that everything's working. And
get the hamsters running quicker. Get them back in the wheel, generating more bandwidth.
Yeah, maybe just wait.
Okay, so available from the 25th. Early access is available on the 25th if you pre-order, and the pre-order's 5 days early.
And it'll have your, it'll be, your.
What weekend is that on the calendar, chat? 25th of August. Is that near Spa? Is Spa that weekend? Or is that near Zandvoort? Yeah, their website is completely down. So that's a Thursday it's coming out. Oh, it is the Belgian Grand Prix.
I wanted to jump in there and do that.
Oh!
About the website being down. Obviously, you're here to talk to us about the features of the game.
Yeah.
Tell us more!
The race action and stuff like that.
Is anyone else hyped as fuck after that trailer? Pardon my French. Hyped as fuck. Technical terminology.
Styles there.
The visuals look so good. It looked like the race paused when you had to make decisions. I hope there's an option to disable that. I want like havoc to happen and me to have seconds to make a decision.
Broadcast style quality, as we keep saying.
Yeah, kind of.
Broadcast style, everyone. That's a marketing buzzword there. As someone who worked in video game marketing and worked on trailers, find your buzzwords and stick to them. That looks so good.
In real time from the track.
In real time. So I can sit and play for 2 hours and do one race. I hope when there's a red flag, I have to sit in real time and wait 20 minutes for them to clear the track, otherwise it's not good enough.
From there. You can also look at those views from other teams as well. So it's not just your own team.
Oh, Aarava just posted a full race gameplay. I might message him on Twitter and ask if he's okay with me showing it on stream.
We don't give everyone a...
Should we slide in the DMs, chat?
No, absolutely not. But you can still issue commands and things to your drivers, even if you're So that really kind of helps you understand.
It'll be such a good game to stream. Because there'll be downtime between bits and you'll be able to chat with your chat in real time.
Like I've watched people play the game, and they do kind of get.
I want to play the game. Frontier, call me. It looks so good.
Yeah, exactly. I do it as well. But yeah, so you can. It's actually a useful thing because you can see those mid-pack battles, or depending on where you.
It looks so good.
That can affect the whole pack, as we've seen.
I want to watch the trailer again.
Battle or something can end up in a.
But they might say more information.
Actually, change your race. Mid or at the top if you're a very good team principal.
That's it. And if you like
the real-time strategy, the cool thing about this against Football Manager is everything that you make, like, you will know the consequence of. You know, in Football Manager, if you make a decision, you never know if it was the right or wrong decision. You'll never know the ifs and buts. Whereas with a game like this, when you make a decision, it's kind of obvious if you've ballsed it up or not.
Moment-to-moment gameplay that allows as well. Like you say, you can see those timings.
I hope there's interviews in the game. I know I'd go on about press conferences in Football Manager being crap. I want to sit and have a press conference.
Kind of, that next level of commands, right? Push here, use all don't lift and coast.
What did we think, chat? What did we think? Rating that trailer out of, okay, let's not rate the game. We can't really rate the game for trailer. Hype levels, chat. I need to get a read here. What is your hype level out of a 10 right now? I'm like a solid 8.8. I was going to say 8.5. It's not quite a 9. I'll go 8.8.
It's just nice to talk about it properly again, isn't it? What a relief. What a relief.
So nice.
It looks so good.
For so long is exhausting.
I've worked here now for 15 years and I've released many games, and
I'm hyped.
Excitement when you can't talk. People ask me, what game are you working on? I can't.
So excited.
And then
okay, Aarava's put out a full race. Let me. I'll DM him on Twitter.
The wet race screenshot on Friday, and everyone's like, "Oh, what race? Hang on, is that? Yeah, that's my game.
That's it. That's the one.
It's not a screenshot of the race. It's my game. So yeah, it's lovely. It's like a big outburst of talking, as you can tell.
It is. Yeah. Speaking of talking, This is an amazing segue, by the way, and I always ruin these segues because I get so excited by them that I have to say it's an amazing segue. But speaking of talking, how cool is it that we've got all the real...
I'm hyped. Is their website back yet? The website's still dead.
It is...
Can't wait to take Williams to the Constructor Championship. That's true.
Well. I had high confidence in it being quite a thing.
Who are people gonna? I was gonna say coaching first. That's Football Manager slipping out. Who are people gonna be being team principal of first?
The audio team.
Oh my word, I'm hyped. Okay, Aarava has said I'm good to show his streams, his video stuff on stream. Of course, I will link the original video chat. So if you guys want to watch it here, you can do. Oh, I'm hyped. We'll have a look at it after these interview bits.
Unfiltered, the whole entire
Alpha Williams Haas. I couldn't manage Haas. I'd feel guilty about putting Gunther out of the job.
Chop up bits and pieces and then start to apply that to
get the badges crown. That's the ultimate challenge, isn't it? To be McLaren team principal and get Danny Rick. Get Danny Rick.
And you'll get the driver going.
The WDC.
All these sorts of things. And what an opportunity.
Redevelop the car so Lando. I love Lando too, but if I have to steer the development to suit Danny better, I will do it.
I heard Verstappen say,
can you create your own team? I don't think they've said anything about it yet. That's the kind of thing I probably don't expect this year, but I think will probably come in future years.
Just got maybe I'm going into too much detail.
They said no. Yeah, I wouldn't expect that straight away.
When we got the comms in for when you pit. And you get the box.
Yeah.
Can I if when I get ask my drivers to pit, if a crew member screws up, can I fire them? Can I fire them? That's all I need to know.
It's lovely. It's really lovely.
That's really, really cool. Yeah, they are. It's real racing. It's real racing.
Any chance it'll be on Game Pass? I don't think so. Just because it's also launching on PlayStation at the same time, and I don't think there's many games that have launched on multiple platforms and on Game Pass.
What we're doing, we're trying to replicate a race.
That's it.
So it all kind of ties lovely.
Yeah, and obviously.
I will say, chat. I've seen loads of people ask questions. I know as little as you. I know as little as you. I've not played the game. I've not signed an NDA with Frontier. I've not touched the game. I am merely a peasant here, which means I can speculate about everything without having to worry about legal stuff.
As team principal, you can allow your kind of team to handle those sessions for you. And actually
okay, so you can delegate stuff. That's good.
At the end, and then you'll see where you.
I wonder if you can mod the game much.
Obviously, very importantly.
I mean, you can mod most games. I'm sure people find a way to mod bits, don't they?
As well. So practice is all about track familiarization, also building up knowledge with the car parts. So
is Micon in the game? I don't think so.
Get more and more
I don't think so.
But if you change parts, that can, obviously they'll need to start building up.
I'm interested to see what they do with the research and development stuff. Because in Motorsport Manager, it was good in some ways, but not so good in others. And then with the F1 regular F1 games, the development is kind of okay with the tech tree stuff, but it could be way better. I kind of want those two systems to be smushed together. Can we smush them, please?
All those incredible details. And that's what you're doing.
The gameplay looked unreal that we saw in that trailer.
As we see on the practice sessions.
I wonder if they'll show any more gameplay on this stream.
Their confidence, you keep tweaking it, and then hopefully you're sort of maximising their confidence in that car setup ready for qualifying and race day. And then on race day, it's about managing.
So you have all the practice sessions, but you can just hand them on if you want.
Some clean air to get that hot lap in. So you want to check what tyre compound.
I just saw a screenshot of the trailer where they were managing an F2 team.
We'll wear them out.
No way.
There's a little connection there.
No way.
Choose what tyre compound you want to use.
I don't believe it.
And then look at how the track is building up. So the track condition.
I don't believe.
What sort of grip levels have you got?
I'm going to load up the F1 Manager trailer. So Aarava has said I'm good to show his video on stream because he just put out a full-length video.
And see how far the grid you can go.
See
if they're going to save a bit more hair.
Yeah,
I think people.
And that's just 2 sessions.
I wonder if Lance Stroll will be unsackable. Can you imagine?
I think
they confirm no F2 management. Oh, don't get my hopes up and then delete them, chat.
Affect that as well, which we'll break down in the trailer breakdown a little bit as well because I want to go into a bit of detail about that.
Trailer breakdown.
But, so just another sort of point that I wanted to bring up as well was away from the track.
They've not. Yeah, that's actually a point. We're not seeing a lot of stuff outside of the track stuff.
Development of their car. So how are people sort of improving and making the most of their parts and car?
It's just the development stuff that we talked about before.
Again, we've worked in all aspects of the game. We've tried to look at the authenticity of the real world sport and the depth.
But like
and the
sports
detail
management games, all about the
to go
detail, aren't
through
they?
and
This is
how
the stuff that
detailed
adds the longevity.
in the game. And car park development,
Can I do
it's quite a big area.
experiments?
Obviously, that's where we see.
Can I do what would happen if Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen both put in
You'll be
Williams?
looking at key.
Here's what happened in
key
10
aero
season
parts of the car.
simulations.
You'll apply your engineers to start designing new parts of the car. You can choose different kind of how to approach the project. For example, maybe you want raw kind of race pace, or maybe you want to optimize for cooling. And all this information.
Oh, that's cool.
As well. You get emails.
What if you have like the ability to like gamble on reliability of parts to like rush them ahead for weekends and stuff?
Okay.
And then maybe drivers go unhappy if you give them like a slightly less, a slightly older component.
Screen, which I'm really pleased with how that came out, where you can stack your car up against the kind of grid average.
That's really cool.
Or other teams. Yeah. And you can also look at the raw.
I can't wait to flex on how much better my car is than Williams's car.
Actually equates to on grid position as well, which is a very quick and easy way to digest it. If one's incredibly.
Can I bring Mazepin back? I don't want to be clear. Can I put Pastor Maldonado and Mazepin in a Williams and see who does worse?
Yeah.
So you design those car parts. You can also look at.
I'm really going in on Williams here, but actually Albon's done okay this season in that car. I think it's actually more on Latifi being not so good.
Sort of feed into the various attributes in the car parts.
And Monza, for example, you might have
exactly.
The gameplay quality in Aarava's video looks insane. Chat, should we go and look at Aarava's video? I DM'd him on Twitter and he said I was good to show it on stream if we want to. Or do we want to watch the trailer again and go through it first? What do we want, trailer or the Aarava video? I'm happy to do either, depending on what you guys would prefer. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at Aarava's video. So I did link this in the chat earlier for people to see. We'll go to Aarava first. We can have a look at the trailer in a second. So here we are. Oh, so this is 20 minutes long. I'm very excited to actually see gameplay. This is kind of... So I said... Wait, there's commentary. There's commentary?
With the Azerbaijan Grand
No
Prix.
way.
Your first ever look at F1 Manager 2022.
It looks so good. Even the little noise on the camera.
And away we go.
And
This has made me more excited than the actual trailer. This has made me more excited than the actual trailer.
This is actually how the game looks. It looks unbelievable. For a management game, the visuals on this are insane. What's up, guys? Aarava here, and welcome to such a highly anticipated video.
Oh my
on this
God.
channel, because I've been, bringing you guys news videos about this game throughout.
You get the radio from the drive. Sorry, chat. I actually genuinely feel emotional looking at this. Like, when this game was announced 2 years ago, I was curious about it. Now, as a hardcore F1 fan, and knowing that Frontier were going to work on it, it was going to be a AAA game. Obviously, we had Motorsport Manager, and people were like, it's just going to be like Motorsport Manager. I was like, no, it's going to be bigger than that. It's going to be AAA. It's got to be massive. And this is like everything I want and more in a sports management game. Can I take chat off? Yeah, we will. Sorry, chat. Chat, you're gone. Sorry, lads.
Little screenshots, but we finally got our
It looks so good. So wait, let's have a look at this. So you've got your two drivers either side. I'll say the UI here for Ocon is the exact same as what I've got for Alonso on this side. So you've got, I guess you can change fuel mode in the car, but then you don't really change that anymore, right? I guess you can underfuel the car, but then tell the driver they're going to need to coast more, and you're gambling on safety cars at tracks where stops are more likely. You got tyre wear. I guess that's engine mode, so it's probably like you have like fuel saving. Motorsport Manager had something like this, didn't it? Where it was 5 engine modes. There was like the normal one, or how hard you were going to push the car, and that impacted temperature. I guess actually this could be overtake mode here. You got ERS with the battery life per, and what you can't see behind my head, if I just toggle my face, is that ERS is enabled for Ocon at the moment.
To show you from a race.
Will there be 2D graphics? I don't think so. Chat, this looks so good.
Went over to Frontiers HQ last week to play.
It looks so good.
This race essentially that we're seeing at the HQ, and then
it looks so good.
Generic B-roll footage to showcase to you guys what it's all about. Whilst I talk about my own personal.
Wait.
It's kind of generic.
So you're telling Alonso, don't fight your teammate here, and then you can give. So. Do you reckon at Monaco Alonso was given this command? Do you reckon Alonso was given that one after the safety car in Monaco?
To you guys what it's all
oh my
about.
word.
I talk about my own
I know there'll be people who are disappointed about certain things not being in the game this year, like network games. I'm okay with that.
This game is coming out on the 25th of August later this
like the UI and like the motion blur and stuff looks so good. It's a bit bright. If I was going to be hypercritical, the bloom's a bit much.
Of this upcoming game. It runs on the
it looks so good.
So
can we see a bit into the castle section?
Really sick. You've got the authentic.
Oh, chat. So there's like camera options at the bottom that you can see. You can change the playback speed of the race. I wonder if you click on that map there, if that's like a 2D over the top thing.
Onboard cameras as well, so you can watch your own drivers, watch other drivers, watch an entire race on this game.
I might not even manage in the game. I might just sit and watch races. We'll just do races on chat and you guys can predict the winners.
You're wrong. You can literally play through an entire race.
Not realistic. The side of the Alpine hasn't exploded yet. True.
From real life. It's unreal. And one other thing to add on, they've got real life.
Okay, if I'm going to be hypercritical here, because I know people are going to talk about the graphics, let's discuss the reflection on the mirror, okay? Just have a look at that mirror. I don't, as someone who worked in video games and worked on trailers, I spot all the, everyone's going, this looks amazing. I'm sat thinking, the reflection's broken. The reflection doesn't work.
You're wrong. You can literally play through an entire
we can do prediction. We can just do predictions on Twitch. Will Latifi crash this lap?
It's unreal. And one other thing to add on, they've got real life team radio snippets. They've got real audio of all the engineers and the drivers. Just listen.
No more DRS. Copy that.
So that was Ocon's.
They've got actual driver.
Actual voice taken in
what?
The game.
Okay, recharge on. Recharge
what?
Copy that.
And it's like that for every single driver and.
I want to report an issue with the game. Latifi's not last. Can we get that logged on the forums front? Can we fix that?
Engineer in the game.
Thing is, even if that was just showing the the wing and the back tire, you'd see some reflections or some noise. It's just an image. Is there porpoising? It does look like the cars are bouncing. Obviously, they would be bouncing anyway. You just don't notice it normally.
Sentence phrase they need for each.
Also, chat, I'm aware the reflections are one of the hardest things to program in any graphics engine. I'm being facetious because it looks so good.
Authentic feeling game ever in terms of the broadcast styles, the visuals, the audio. And then
it looks so good.
Of it being just
it looks so good. I want to see some menu bits. Aarava said this is like B-roll footage he was sent, so this isn't stuff he's recorded.
But that was just a little taster of some race gameplay. I'll be showing some more later on in the.
Okay, this looks familiar. Also, Zero Monday. Okay, bad news, everyone. After the 5th of whatever month this is, unfortunately, the world is going to end. The mining calendar was correct. Also, scouting! Scouting! Scouting? Scouting? Scouting?
Through now, the new calendar system.
Okay, pause it. Pause it. Okay, important email. Ferrari in the lead. Alpha in 4th. What reality are we in? What reality in here? So Baku. Oh my, chat, it looks so good. So you have a season objective 4 or above for Alpine. That is a lofty goal. Is this like an overall rating for the driver? I thought it might be their points, but it can't be the points because they have to add up to 44.
In the game there,
I can already hear Zealand screaming loans at the top of his voice.
And that will always take you to the next.
Oh, wait, so what options have we got along the bottom here? Inbox, calendar, circuits, race, cars, driver, staff facilities, board, finances, scouting. Oh, yo! So your scouts can look at the junior series. That's really cool. A notable attribute, reactions. What are the attributes going to be like on drivers? Are we going to get determination and finishing? Probably not finishing. Also, some of these are the real race engineers and stuff in Formula 1, I'm pretty sure.
Board member updates and whatever. So right now,
I wonder how many years into the future you can play, or if it's unlimited.
So before every single
so you can choose what tyres you take to a race weekend. You get the weather forecast. Historic safety car chance. You know what we were discussing earlier, chat, about fuel loads and like you could maybe underload your car, predicting the chances of a safety car being higher. That seems like it's going to be likely. Oh, you can't. Of course, they changed the rules, didn't they, around the tyres? Although, I wonder if there'll be dynamic rule changes. I wonder if they'd ever. I wonder if that's a licensing thing, or if we'll have a thing where like teams can vote on rule changes between seasons. They've said it's a limited future. That's exciting.
Race, you'll go to the
I wonder if there'd be rule change during the year. Like maybe you could have like sprint races coming more often.
They've got, you know, looking at the different sectors,
I mean, this is any F1 nerd stream, isn't it? So you can look at the circuit overview. You can look at sectors by speed. So I guess these are your car's best sectors. So I guess in this example, low speed corners are like the issue with the Alpine, but exiting kind of medium speed corners, it seems okay. Oh, chat. Cars have attributes.
No, you can see
cars have attributes. Okay, so it's not numbered like FM, but you get like ratings, and it tells you what is important for the circuit and what's not.
So straight sections indicating you need kind of good top end
Ferrari
speed,
just
low
veto
drag,
any rule changes. Okay, so you look at like safety cars over the last 5 years. Average pit, like, oh, chat. Please tell me I'm not the only person just nerding out here. I'm pretty... Was the circuit overview bit not to do... I might be wrong. I've lost the bit. I thought this was the... Oh, that is the sector speed. Sorry. Chat, I was looking at this thinking this was an analysis of the performance of the car in different sections, like mid-session. That's not the case.
There, so straight sections.
We're only 3 minutes into this. I need to stop pausing, but I like falling over the details.
Potentially ahead of time, if you looked ahead on the calendar, to, okay, I might want to plan a part in accordance with this. It also gives you expected...
Go back. Sorry. Do you guys want me to pause and go over everything? I feel like it's better to pause and fawn over the details and just let it play.
Potentially ahead of time if you
I feel like I want to see what there is. Okay, so you got car strategies. Oh, chat, it looks so good. It looks so good.
Okay, I might want to plan a part in accordance with this. It also gives you expected strategies, previous race records, and, you know, likelihood of safety cars.
The historic stuff from previous season stuff is going to be so good when you're into the future.
To help inform the way you may plan out your race. Of course, like every other race in Formula 1.
Okay, so one sec. So you set targets? Okay, so you have performance targets
from real life
from the team. So you have a race target, a hot streak target, whatever that is, qualifying expectations. Okay, this is a bit like Motorsport Manager, right? So in Motorsport Manager, you sign up sponsors and they'll set expectations, and you can like gamble and set higher goals, which will get you more money from some sponsors, or you can like lower the expectations a little bit.
Race in Formula 1, things go differently, but of course you've got to try and plan as best you can and be the best manager you can. You've also got performance targets.
Chat, I genuinely feel emotional looking at this. I'm so excited for a game like this.
Or can also incur some losses if you go for too much of a lofty performance.
Okay, so you can change it on a slider race to race.
So this race preparation area is the go-to.
It looked like there were way more options there than in Motorsport Manager for what you could do.
Just before you get into the race weekend. Speaking of, let's dive back into that and show you some more gameplay of it.
I'm very excited.
Where we're looking forward to
love Baku.
Among the medieval and the modern, here at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Drivers will be battling it out on the streets of the back.
It looks so good. Like the environments and stuff. Like for a sports management game. And there's just Crofty talking.
Where downforce is a necessity. Teams are going to have to work hard to get that balance right. We're about halfway through the season.
I mean, I know people are going to be critical of stuff like these cutscenes here. Firstly, I'm playing a sports sim game for the sports sim bit. Like, the fluff on top is nice. Cutscenes I care way less about than the actual racing. But also, compare this with what we have in Football Manager.
Now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change.
I'm giddy.
All eyes are on the
I'm
team
giddy.
and how they tackle the rest
I'm
of the
so
year.
excited.
There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
So some really awesome cutscenes and
Oh, chat. So drivers have track acclimatizations. Like if you're coming to a track for the first time, maybe you've not been able to run through practice. You've got this young rookie driver. He might not know the track, especially if it wasn't one in his junior series. Yeah, to be fair, we should also point out, it's all work in progress, everyone.
vistas.
It's all work in progress. Oh, my. I need to stop pausing.
For work in progress.
Car setup. So drivers have confidence in the car setup. Oh, chat. 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 This looks so good. I can't. Please tell me I'm not the only one having like an emotional like breakdown here on how good this looks.
They look really, really awesome. So in this example of gameplay though,
so you can just simulate forward sessions.
This is footage I've been sent from Frontier. So at the moment they didn't want us to kind of, get too bogged down with the nitty gritty.
Imagine how exciting it's going to be streaming this game. Imagine how exciting it's going to be streaming this game when you're like managing Williams and you're trying to get into like P3 for the or Q3 for the first time.
When it comes out, I think you're going to want to get into the nitty-gritty.
The hype will be, it'll be such a fun streaming game.
Try and build a kind of strategy out for the race then, but let's jump into the race.
Race day has arrived and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Alpine demonstrated a lot of grit during
it's so good. Like they've got Karun and Crofty. I wonder if they've got anyone else involved.
It was a good result for Alfa Romeo in qualifying. Hopefully they can keep.
I might make my own version of Drive to Survive just in the Formula One world.
Under blue skies. That means
do F1 Manager, just make your own series of Drive to Survive with more drama. I'll add in explosions.
Well, whatever happens, it's sure to be.
This is on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC.
So going into the race, having simulated practice and quali, will be given some.
Right, as people are pointing out, there is no Brundle grid walk. Do we remove hype points for that?
Example strategies that we may want to choose for our drivers. Of course,
I don't think this game is coming out on PlayStation 2 game. It might be coming out on Nintendo Wii. I don't think they've said it isn't yet.
Done in practice, and obviously then with how quali went for you, you might want to change your strategy and tactic.
Oh, so you have the strategy over the laps in kind of some semi-detail. That is way more like intervals than what we saw in in Motorsport Manager, right? In Motorsport Manager, it was always like question marks over it.
Of how you're going to approach the race. Let's say if you didn't get into Q3, for example.
I'm giddy.
And this whole time
I'm giddy.
As well, guys, that this is a game that's going to be played on consoles and PC. It will be available on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. So
my brain's gone, everyone. My brain's mush. Is anyone else's brain mush?
Quite data heavy and a bit daunting. But from playing the game and speaking to developers, they've tried their best to keep it open. So if you don't,
I want to play it now.
Simulate it, and you can,
2 months we have to wait. Can we cheat and build illegal parts? Okay. In Motorsport Manager, you did have the ability to make illegal parts that could be spotted. I hope that we get the ability to make illegal parts. I want to be Ferrari. I want to have a dodgy little, intake into my fuel tank to give me a little bit more pace.
If you're F1 nerd, you can dive all into it and get stuck in. So we just replay through that little scene there. We can see the strategy.
I doubt we're going to see like teams going bust or anything, chat, because they'll all be licensed.
With a different tire.
Can we copy Red Bull's design? I tell you what, chat. Maybe you can pause the game, hit print screen, and then trace it.
You can then also action the amount.
So you can like lower the fuel load. So if you know there's going to be safety cars and stuff.
If you think it's going to be a race that might have a safety car or
yes,
efficient potentially, and check the confidence of the.
I want to make my own team called Tracing Point.
That'll be informed by practice and quali. So, you know, if you do delve into it, you'll obviously get a driver that's more confident with the setup they've got and, you know, with what they're doing.
I'm
giddy.
There's so many options.
Good. No knocks or scrapes in qualifying, thankfully, you know.
I think the big thing, and I mentioned this earlier, is, like, I love Football Manager, but with Football Manager, there's always question marks over decisions you make, and, like, you know, was it the right decision? You never really know, right? If you change tactics, you never know what the alternative could have been. And one thing I always enjoyed about Motorsport Manager, I think is definitely going to be the case with this game is, like, when you make a bad decision, it's obvious it was a bad decision. Whereas when you make the perfect decision at the perfect time, it's so obvious that you made the right play and made like a good call, which is amazing. Also means if I balls up in a video or on stream, you're all going to tell me.
Position on the grid, and it's looking like
can we make the drivers touch other teams' cars? I hope so.
Let's take a look at the Alpine. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway.
Like, the cutscenes look so good.
We've got Esteban Ocon. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. And we're just moments
I'm so
away
excited.
Here we go. With the
there was mirror reflections there. I'm glad you guys spotted that. I will say, and I know that the art guys are going to hate me for this, and I know it's work in progress. These lights don't look very good, do they, through the fog? Like, you compare the detail on the cars to these lights, they do stick out a little bit. Like, there's no glow on the fog of the red lights or anything, so they look just photoshopped in. It's work in progress, guys. Work in progress.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
So now we're back.
It looks so good.
We actually kicked off this video with, but now I'm actually.
But yeah, I will probably be streaming this game, general, and potentially even making videos on it. It looks so good. I can't get over it.
Ladder, and that's the authentic, you know, very much similar to what we have in real life, but of course scaled down.
I wonder what intervals you can cycle between. I guess you can do gap to race leader.
Drivers. We can also swap that for different data points, so things like sector times, so you can see the mini sectors, gap to gaps. You can also see tyre data in terms of, you know, what tyre compound.
I don't know why, so you can just get but actually seeing it all come together in the races is what really excites me.
Race view, but you've got those little icons either side of the race view, so that will actually open up some more intricate data screens. So whilst the race is still going on,
so you can like click up here and change bits.
And that may
give me all the data. Give me all the data.
Kind of almost like a real engineers have on their pit wall. That's the kind of screen you can be looking at from the top right view, and then you can see little small tiny bits like, you know, 2 minutes to potentially 40% chance.
I want data. Right now, can you demand more? I hope so. I want to get on the radio and be demanding more.
And the track grip.
Go back. Go back. Go back frames. Analyze. Zoom. Enhance. Okay, so you have like pace command, so you know where your pit window is going to be. So this is a soft hard strategy. And I guess if you change these modes, it probably just alters the tire life to give you an indicator of how long it might last. I wonder if drivers will have, like, you know, attributes themselves. I think we saw on one of the driver scouts that showed their reactions. I wonder if, like, drivers will have, like, a handling stat or a tire management, like, attribute, which means you might have a driver who's really, really good and they're also great at managing their tires. So you can change between 3 different, like, modes. So I guess these will impact, so it's time, but also tire life. I wonder if they impact fuel consumption as well.
And the track grip around the circuit, and then you've got obviously left and right, the 2.
Alonso will have an option in Monaco for a really slow mode. We saw a bit before where it did show that you could tell your drivers to kind of ease off. Okay, so there's more moves, more stuff here. So you can tell your drivers to switch engine strategy or ERS strategies. Of course, you can't change engine modes now in F1. There's so many little options to change, chat. Also, like, when you pause it, it doesn't look as good. But just when it's in motion and stuff, you're looking, it looks so good.
How you want to manage your driver. So are they going to use?
I can't get over how good it looks.
Harvest a bit more for later on in the lap. Fuel as well.
I just realised. Can we have the Mercs got their different side in game, or are all the cars using the same models.
Alonso, in this example, you've got
I wouldn't
Pace,
expect it to be. I'm just
Fuel,
curious.
ERS,
And also, visuals not final. I'm trying to spot if the Mercs have different side pods. It doesn't look like they do. I think they just have the... I think all the cars are using the same model for now. Oh, it is work in progress, the same models. Oh, unique models and stuff like that would be unreal. Imagine if you could like change the development on the car and see visual differences. That's stuff that I don't really expect, but I would love.
There's quite a decent spread of ways we can manage the driver lap to lap. We also have these team commands. Don't fight our teammate. And also
See the DRS flap open on the Alpine there.
In this example, we've just let
oh yeah, so you can tell like tell Alonso don't fight with your teammate.
So now we can tell Alonso to actually back up cars behind us to help Ocon get away.
Chat.
And kind of be, you know, kind of what Alonso did at Monaco and block the cars behind.
I'm so excited.
But that might help Ocon then get away.
I feel like this stream has just been me like fawning over it like a kid in a candy shop, which I can only really apologise for. But
in terms of maybe the
I feel like it's fun to get hyped together.
Getting out of it's kind of micromanaging lap.
Do I think you'll need a good PC to play it? I would imagine they'll put out the specs at some point, but it looks like it could be quite visually demanding.
Kind of, you know, neutral setting for ERS, let's say. And then when I was kind of getting annoyed, you know, and maybe frustrated, okay, I really need to get past, that's when I intervene and pull on overtake mode. And a lot of the time, also,
there's so much detail. Have they shown like a 2D view during the race? I guess there's the 2D view here, but I'd love to see like a...
Just to inform you that
I'd love to see this like on a separate screen where you can see which cars are fastest in what sections and like maybe some kind of prediction as to if you pit now, here's where you'll come out. It's later on in the vid. It's coming up. It's coming up. Okay, I'll take it back. I'll sit back and wait.
On this lap, or that he could push a bit harder on the tyre. So you'll also be informed by your engineer.
Really just spilled drink. I'm too hyped. I forgot how to drink.
You have the final say, but your engineers will try their best to lend you a hand. We've spoken about the visuals being really cool, but there's actually even replays in this race.
Replays?
So in the middle of it, you can watch action you may have
I wonder if there'll be like a replay mode after races. Like you can make some really cool edits and stuff in game. This game is made by
in-game replays of
chat is here. Is it? So I guess if you got a potato PC, maybe you can just play the game like this. Oh, chat. What else do I want? I feel like every time I've asked for something, it then appears. Also, Stroll's a bit behind, isn't he? 10 laps in and he's down on Latifi by 4 seconds. I hope he's pitted.
What's happening, so you can, you know, maybe try and not miss the action and almost probably do a better job of keeping up with the action than the real life TV director.
What else do I want? I should have to say that pit stop. Show me a pit stop.
More than 2 times, it then goes to the map view, so the kind of, you know, classic manager view you maybe expect. So you can see everyone in dots, but I found it really easy and intuitive to kind of jump in and out. You know, if there's a lull in a race, you know, you just need to try and protect the tyres in a stint. You might want to go to this view, speed it up, and then jump back into the action when I can see clearly that my driver is getting...
Can we argue with the stewards? Fantastic question. I want to know that too, chat.
The ERS, fuel, and pace all from here, and also from the left-hand side, you can see the 4 icons underneath their position counters. Those will also go into the tyres.
It's everything I want and more.
Wearing out, or how the
it's everything I want and more.
And you can judge then when you want to call them in on the pit stops.
I wonder if they got art assets off Codemasters or if it's all been produced internally. Also, slightly off topic. This part, this pit entry is like so dangerous in real life. Like that wall there is going to be the scene of a really bad crash one day in F1. I know they've said they might be changing it this year, but I don't think anything's been shown of it yet. Do they mention how long a race lasts? Because I believe you can play in real time.
We're going to talk a little bit about and show you the kind of financial aspects.
We love graphs here. We love graphs. Pause. So you get prize money, board payments. I guess that's like the sponsor. Oh, okay. Sponsorship stuff separate to the board payments.
Is a massive thing.
I wonder if you have to upgrade like your facilities and stuff, like in Motorsport Manager. I think they showed that to you in one of the very early screenshot trailery bits.
See, you know, where the hell are we losing all this money, or where are we gaining it? And you can try and plan for the future, month to month, like I said, or year to year.
Okay, so another scouting thing here. Notable attribute. Again, oh, this is the same inbox item as before. So notable attribute reactions. Have they shown any driver profile screens yet? I feel like we've not seen anything about driver profiles, right? I want to see what they look like.
About, what parts, what big developments you want to do, and you need to try and keep on top of it. And of course, that
visually, it looks really, really nice. I know some people are going to look at this and go, it looks like a mobile game. It looks fine. The reason some mobile UI looks the way it looks is because it's very, very good and it works. Also, this has got to work on console as well as PC, so you need to be able to navigate on a controller. Oh, Alpine side pods. We won't talk about Alpine side pods. They've not had a great year for side pods. Oh, so you have different parts here, and then you can see your car. It's a car one performance, so you can have separate parts on different cars. So maybe you give like your top driver. I was gonna say maybe you give them the better parts, but maybe they're less reliable. I guess there's gonna be a juggling act, right, between reliability and speed.
Them onto the current car, and you have denotions of I've got.
Oh, the pit entry's been confirmed to be changed. Good.
And so sideboard 2, obviously you'd hope would be the better one, the one you've designed to be better for top end speed or acceleration, or the.
So what other parts we got here? So we've got chassis, front wing, rear wing, side pods, underfloor suspension. Doesn't look like you can scroll, so there's like 6 aspects to the aero, and then you've got the powertrain.
Yeah, for example. Design and manufacture.
Interesting. I guess I wonder if they'll do. So is it going to just be split 2 ways?
Them, and you might want to manufacture, duplicates, spares. In case
do you have to design to make like blueprints and then actually build them for your car separately?
Push resources into researching for next year's.
This looks really, really cool.
Change slightly year to year, so there will be a kind of natural progression.
Wait.
Our career. So there will be next year's. Push resources into researching for next year.
Oh, okay. So yearly there will be resets and new regs.
Slightly year to year.
So slightly. I hope they're more significant. I'd love to have some mental reg changes.
So we won't all be playing the same game by the time you get through.
That's cool though. Like stuff like that's really important for replayability.
Set of the grid in terms.
I wonder how they'll do the cost cap in game.
Recommended blue thumbs up, and you've got green thumbs up.
It looks so nice. Like the presentation's really good, and even these little 3D scenes are just nice to have in the background.
To compare both your cars, and also compare your car to other teams, so you can directly see, okay, compared to Alfa Romeo,
as someone with very little F1 knowledge, does this look like a real person's job IRL, or is it mushing together a bunch of roles? So in motorsport, you have like a team principal. Now, to be honest, they probably don't do all of the stuff that you're seeing here in that much detail, but they certainly oversee all the people who do that. And from the sounds of it, you can just delegate lots of tasks out if you don't want to micro so much. But generally speaking, in F1, you will have strategists who are feeding back to you, but ultimately you have like one person who makes all the team orders and, oversees a team,
the Alpine manager,
both on and off the track.
Versus Alfa Romeo in comparison to the next couple of races. Scouting drivers and looking at the driver market.
Okay, so that number we saw is the overall driver rating. Who is the best driver? I think it was Albon.
Scouting drivers.
Alex Albon, 80 rated, everyone. Carlos Sainz, 86 rated. And you've got F3 and F2. Interesting. Also, the colour here, I guess, is the team they're in. Hey, Holly, thank you for the 7 months. How was your stream, mate? I hope it was good. Did you leave in the end? Where was Leclerc? Oh, Leclerc's 88, chat. Leclerc is an 88.
Market's also an important thing, and we have F1.
Oh, pause. Oh, I'll tell you what, they're scared of the fanboys, aren't they? They're scared. You can't have all 3 of them on a tie. I'm sorry, I'm not having that. You just didn't want to piss anyone off, Frontier, did you? It's okay. You can let me know. Those ratings aren't final. Chat, what are you giving every driver? Go on. Let's have some controversy in the chat. I'd give Hamilton a 92, Verstappen a 91, and Leclerc an 89. There, I've said it. I think Max and Lewis, I can understand either way, right? And I love Charles Leclerc. I want him to do really well this year. I don't think he's got the same overall rating as them. Latifi 95. You know what, chat? You've got it figured. You are actually correct. Is Stroll above Vettel? No. Where's Vettel? Seb? Seb? I'm not happy. Oh, where Danny Rick's on 83. I don't know. You know what? They better not be final. They better not be final, Frontier, or I'm going to come in and hack the database and change them myself.
Drivers to look at.
Oh, they've scrolled down. Hulkenberg 74 with Piastri. I mean, I thought that Piastri deserved to drive this year, but here we are. McKay George, thank you for resubbing. Would you do an F1 Manager content on YouTube? I'm definitely thinking about it. I might even end up uploading this stream to my second channel. If I'll have to check with Aarava, he's all okay. I did ask if I was okay to show it on stream. But I feel like it's just fun getting excited. Vettel is a 17. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Vettel worse than Stroll. No. No. Chat, sorry, Vettel's been done dirty there. I'm not having that.
So we can look in, send our scout out to find...
Okay, so you can filter by championship, position in car, so there will be second drivers.
More information.
How much did Lance Stroll and his dad pay for a better rating? That's what I want to know.
Of, you know, what the rating is,
get it out your wish list on Steam, chat.
They might be looking at.
Oh, notable attribute accuracy. Actually, don't remove the game from your wish list on Steam. Okay, so another attribute that they've not actually shown any of the player profiles, the driver profiles, have they?
Replace Piastri, our reserve driver, with a different driver here. So we're going to go into negotiations. So,
oh, they're not ready to show the screen yet. Look, they went to click on the compare driver screen and then the footage. We never see it unless, is there a frame where we can see it, chat? We're going to go back frame by frame. We're going back frame by frame. Enhance. There was a crossfade. Could we see the comparison screen? Go forward a frame at a time. I'm having to press the full stop button. Oh, enhance. They teased us. I still can't believe it. Is anyone else feeling agree for Vettel? Oh, God. Come on. Oh. I don't think we could. I'll try to find a bit in the crossfade. Nah, there's no. They've edited it well, to be fair to them. They've edited it well.
So you have kind of, a set number of rounds that they may be, able to...
It looks really, really nice, doesn't it? I'm still upset for Vettel. Is anyone else pissed off about Vettel's rating? I'm not even a Vettel fanboy, and I'm pissed off.
You have to do sometimes, or you could just smash out the park.
All these little transitiony bits, all these little flourishes just look so good.
And they'll sign with you straight away. And obviously a massive part of this...
It looks really nice. All the little 3D scenes look really cool.
Then also improving your staff, your race engineers. You can go out and
also, it's really cool they've got the actual race engineers and like actual F1 staff in game.
Head of aero, technical chiefs, but also the kind of backroom staff, the engineering team, the scouting team, the pit crew, those ones that you don't see.
Like, I'm not saying Vettel should be like an 85, but he should probably be better than Guan Yu Zhou.
In terms of the pit crew, you can train.
I'm not being funny. You can't have a world driver champion, a multiple world championship winning driver behind a Chinese rookie.
You're going to have to allocate the number of staff.
Or any rookie for that matter. Like Guan Yu Zhou. I like Guan Yu Zhou. Shouldn't be that high.
Opportunities to actually make things in tandem or make things quicker. In terms of facilities as well, you can improve them, upgrade them or refurbish them if they've been there for a while. So factory design center, wind tunnel.
Oh, okay. So you can upgrade different parts of the facilities. Does anyone else feel like it's crap in Football Manager? You just have the option to upgrade training facilities or youth facilities. Like, there's so many more aspects to it, like, like physiotherapy departments, like maybe the rehabilitation center, like maybe different types of, like a rehab swimming pool getting built for rebuilding up strength in legs after long injuries, that kind of stuff. Like, it's so, like, little detail. Obviously, it's different. You're not going to have a swimming pool for rehab in F1 Manager. But, like, the fact it's broken down way more, all the facilities, is really cool.
And we can also add other facilities and other small little tidbits that may not be, obviously, crucial.
So you can have, just doing the wind tunnel and simulator.
For maybe, an economic stream, or just nice to have, for example. I think that you can actually put a helipad.
This looks good.
As well.
I want a helipad. Get me a helipad.
Capacity and therefore, obviously, make more parts, make better parts.
I'm a big fan.
Rapidly quicker and extend our knowledge.
I'm a big fan of everything we're seeing here.
As a team, and that will obviously ultimately get you a better car. You've also got the board confidence. Now, they will constantly tell you about how they are after each race. You know, if that race
I'm
makes
giddy.
them more confident in you, they're happy about it.
This is like my dream motorsport game.
Targets for the season in terms of the standings and the progress there. And obviously, you have to keep your board happy because you can get fired.
I can't get over how excited I am.
A significant long period of not making them happy, and then you will have to.
I was really worried that we were going to get this game. I said before the stream started, before we saw anything, I was like, I really want to keep my expectations low. I don't want to get like too excited. I don't want to set my expectations unrealistically high. I was really hoping it wasn't just going to be Motorsport Manager with the F1 license. I felt like it's a AAA studio, it's a AAA budget, it's the official Formula 1 management game. It's got to go up that level. For me, this is like... It's so far. I love Motorsport Manager for what it is, but you can tell that this is a big team of 100 people working on it versus a small indie studio.
Team, if you do such a shocking job, but of course you will know you're doing a bad job because your board of directors will tell you, and so there is pressure to actually do well. And that
so Lando 87 rated, chat.
Through just the standings here, and there is a whole world of Formula 1 out there. You know, other drivers, other
all the graphics, like the fact it's all official, all the driver pictures.
You know, asking developers at the time when I visited the Frontier HQ, there is going to be a bit of ebb and flow. Hopefully, if you're playing multiple seasons of this game, that it will develop into a kind of alternate world
it's
of
so
Formula 1
good
compared to your friends' gameplay saves.
I hope that for longevity there's lots of different rules that can come in, or maybe the circuit order for the season gets changed around. Maybe tracks get removed, you get more sprint races.
There's actually unlimited. We are
unlimited seasons.
In terms of simulations they've done, it could just run and run and run. So that has been
unlimited seasons.
Look of
get it in my veins.
2022 gameplay. Just really impressive. You know, I got to play it myself last week. None of this gameplay.
It looks so good. It looks, chat, like every time it goes to an actual race, I just get more and more excited. They're showing game plan stream again. Are they actually? Should we go back to their stream? Oh, chat. Oh, Jeddah. Back to the stream. Back to the stream.
Yeah. It's your hub.
So they're now managing in this stuff they're showing here. They are managing Merc. Imagine Wonder Kid drivers, regen drivers, everyone. Hope we get sons and kids of actual drivers. You know, in Football Manager, you can have like manager sons come through. Why is Hamilton an 82 rated now? That's a good question. Could be like from wet races. That is Azerbaijan again, right? Yeah, it is. Oh, chat. Chat. Look at the spray. Latifi's on the full wet. Albon's just on the inters. Who's on the right tyre? They really love Baku. If I had to guess, it's just a case of Baku is the only track they've got finished completely. Because they're probably quite busy working on it now. Can you turn them up? I can turn them up.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Anything can happen in a wet race.
We've got another one here, Steve. Do you want to walk us through it? Another one filled with information about
There's a lot of information on this one, isn't there? So, yeah, again, this is your one of your your design elements. We touched on this with...
So when did you be able to alternate between like a design? So you have a rear wing that you design midway through the year that's really good for high-speed tracks, but not maybe so good in cornering. Will you be able to swap the parts around?
Just above the middle.
Between weekends? I get that's not really anything that happens in real life, not to the same extent as like a game would.
The last part, hours.
Yes.
Oh, it is Baku this weekend as well. That is also a very valid point. I also think it's probably because Baku's done too.
And this is something that you have an amount of that you have to dedicate to.
Chat. I'm so excited.
To balance along with your wind tunnel hours, because you only get so many of them based on where you're performing.
Yep.
So of course, the wind tunnel change rules. If you're successful in real life, that rubber banding is going to make sustained success more and more difficult.
Very very, very exciting regulation.
What I'm worried about is like I like online, but I'm worried about is I like but don't love F1. Do you not think some parts are overcomplicated? I'm sure you'll be able to hand them out to your staff to handle. Like, and just have your, you have your staff just handle stuff. Hey, Ralphie, how's it going? Yeah, Chav, you're just coming in. We are just, we're just fanboying about this game because it looks amazingly. Also, the Google Chrome hubs, not it, Chief. Not it.
Yeah, and
not it.
The key thing here to mention, I guess, is obviously you can set strategies before a race.
Oh, the honey badger.
You can break
the honey
down.
badger.
When you're in the garage, you can set your tyre stints and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, so is this?
During a race,
I tried to pause it. Is this line here like the actual tyre wear, and that was the predicted tyre wear? I wonder. That would make sense, right?
It's at the top of the screen.
So it's like if the wear's getting too much, you'll have to pit sooner because you'll hit like the crossover point.
Things like this generate debate, and we're more than happy to go into debate about over those once they're locked in, and we'll confirm.
Oh, okay, they're not locked in. Lower your pitchforks about Sebastian Vettel. Lower the pitchforks about Sebastian Vettel, everyone.
He takes when we start talking about
76 rated.
Is a great example. So that white
I'm fine.
line actually.
I'm fine.
So there's a white line for both the drivers. It's going through the yellow part of the graph.
I'll tell you about anyone else. This has surpassed all my expectations of what I was expecting them to show today.
Yeah, and expectations for the car performance will be developed by your team through different avenues. So it could be historic.
This has blown all my expectations and wildest dreams out the water.
Through practice and qualifying. Yeah, and then so you can see with the white line how
keep them raised to ensure justice is done. Like, I'm not having Sebastian Vettel being below Joao and behind Stroll.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see that. And our final shot here.
Oh
yeah, this. I mean, I like this one just because.
It looks so good.
Isn't that exciting? Doesn't that look just really good?
So it seems like Melbourne's pretty done as well.
This one is a bit of race action, really. Again, as you've stipulated, we've got.
That's like because they showed Melbourne in the trailer too. So I'm expecting Melbourne to be one of the tracks they may be showing in a future trailer because it looks close to. Well, they've already shown it in a trailer.
Handle it in game.
It looks so good.
We've actually highlighted the camera part.
Graphics are better since Aarava's video. Well, to be fair, these are hand-picked screenshots, right? So they've probably got all the graphics dialed up to max, and they can also not show something that doesn't look as good. Also, car model's not final. So we talked about the fact that from not just the fact that Merc side pods weren't the narrower ones they've shown. That makes me hope that we're going to see loads of different car models, like based on how the cars actually look.
Yeah, so those are brand new screenshots. Those are revealed today, about an hour ago.
I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, so it's cool to show those off.
I'm very, very excited.
I think that's it.
Oh, you know what, guys? You've done your job there. You've got me hyped. I want to watch the trailer once more before we end the stream today. Because it was that. Is anyone else just mega hyped, or is that just a me thing? Oh, get it up.
A challenge for the faint-hearted, where the 20 best drivers in the world
so good.
to take on some of
so
the
good.
Historic circuits, and that legacy continues today. It's lights out and away we go.
When was it out, chat? When was it out? 25th of August?
I got power. Just stay in the car for a second.
There's not much in it.
No multiplayer this year sucks, but it just makes me excited for the future.
It's a thrilling battle with neither driver giving an inch.
I'm pogging, chat. I am pogging.
But that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax.
The real radio stuff's cool, and the commentary bits. I'm still a little skeptical on the commentary. I think it'll get boring and probably maybe repetitive. Happy to be proven wrong. But I feel like even games like Formula 1, even games like FIFA, I kind of get bored of when it comes to commentary and end up muting them. So I think there'll be a new game each year. There will be a new game each year. They won't do DLC every year. DLC makes no sense for yearly sports games. Unless you're expecting a DLC to cost full price anyway, like an expansion on something like, say, Destiny or World of Warcraft, in which case, why not just have a new game?
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula 1.
Oh, chat. Chat, I am. You know what? I was excited before today. I'm like 10 times more excited now. The cruise does going to be interesting. I wonder if you can train pit stops. Maybe you'll have like fatigue on your like pit crew when you're traveling around like triple header races and stuff. Game looks sick, but maybe too in depth for my extremely basic F1 knowledge. I have a sneaking suspicion, a bit like in Football Manager, they will have like staff responsibilities where you know, you can delegate stuff around. So if you don't understand stuff, you can just leave it for the AI to manage and just enjoy everything else. So what's it going to be? Work the race. Great name, Adetto. That might be the play, everyone. Work the race. I'm rebranding. You know, Football Manager, it's been a good run, but until your 3D has cutscenes, commentary, and cars, I am now Work the Race. I'm done. Right, gang, I am going to leave things there for today because I feel like we've looked at everything they've shown off. I've got mega hyped about it. I'm glad so many people have come in and just got hyped with me today. It looks amazing, and I'm really, really excited for what is coming up with regards to the F1 Manager games. We are going to go and raid over to someone. Who are we going to go raid? We'll go raid someone playing Football Manager, which, of course, if you're new around here, maybe you haven't heard, I am a Football Manager guy normally, but F1 Manager has definitely piqued my interest. You know what? Zealand raided us yesterday, so we're going to return the raid. Can we please go with Work the Race raid? Please. I need to get I'll get the copy pasta for you guys to copy in Zealand's chat. But let's go show Zealand a load of love. He raided us yesterday. We're going to repay it over his way. There you go. Get that copied and pasted. Z is a master of the raid chat. And I feel like we need to show the Dorfers who's boss by getting, you know, a good raid going. Oh, I'm ready. Chat, we're going to go show Z a load of love. Thank you so much for hanging out today. F1 Manager looks amazing. I'm very excited for it. Get your spam ready in the chat. Look, I can see it next to me already. It's here. Now let's go and unleash it in Z's chat. Take care, everyone. I am live again tomorrow. Enjoy Z's stream. Enjoy the England match if you're watching that. And yeah, we're back. Pre-season of Football Manager tomorrow. I'll see you guys then.